As always, at the end of every year, a ton of my favorite content creators, social media gurus always put out their list of predictions for 2025. And I'm going to share with you what I'm taking from their list of predictions because we're already starting to see some of them and I resonate heavily with a lot of them. The first thing I'm going to be taking with me is creating engaging content. And this may sound very straightforward, but let me tell you why this is very different from before. So if you watch Coco Moco, I watch her Substack, and she's absolutely amazing. She's a marketing guru, and she's predicted a ton of trends accurately. But she's speaking about something called the ghost metric and how with the ghost metric, and I've heard other content creators, marketing gurus speak about this as well in a different sense, in that with ghost metrics, we feel like at some point, or she feels like likes and follower count won't be visible to your community. So you as a creator will be able to see it on the back end, but your community won't. And then brands that want to work with you will be able to see that. People on the outside won't be able to see that, which means that people won't be influenced by seeing other people like things and comment on things for them to like it and comment on them. Because if you think of it, when you see a piece of content that you like, that other people like and comment, you're like, oh, this must be good because other people like this and comment on it. But if there's nobody telling you that this is good, then you have to decide for yourself, do I actually want to watch this? So I feel like this puts a lot more autonomy in people's hands. And so for me, what I'm taking from this one is create engaging content. Engaging content where people can see themselves, where people feel connected, where no matter if somebody says this is good or not because of the numbers, it's good because of what you put into it. Which takes me to the next part, which is high quality content. A ton of other social media gurus said, okay, we're going to probably see a lot of creativity, which obviously is expected, but this is in such a different sense because, and I'm seeing it already, like we're seeing it already, really high quality content that is creative, and I'm leaning more towards the cinematics. There's another great creator called Julia Broom, and she's a social media manager, and she's been speaking about the comeback of vintage and storytelling, vintage storytelling, and we're starting to see it already. And I'm really leaning into that more cinematic feel, that nostalgic feel. How can I put little things into my content that feel nostalgic? Because when you see things that you're familiar with, you're like, oh, I like this. This gives me this warm and fuzzy feeling. And for me, I really want to be a comfort creator for people. I want them to come here and be like, oh, I had a long day. Let's see what Anosa is telling us today. And so that's a big one I'm going to be leaning into, seeing how I can incorporate some aspects that bring nostalgia, but most importantly, cinematic storytelling, which for me, I feel definitely takes more intention. I've been scripting more, so I feel like with scripting, it's much easier to actually come up with cinematic storytelling, and you're able to layer your story. Okay, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end, this is how I'm starting, this is how I'm wrapping it up. And it makes it easier for you to do that. And with the content I create, it's definitely more of an intention behind it, of writing things out and then executing it in that way that tells a full story. What else are we saying? Oh, also, they're speaking about how we're going to see a lot of community. And community in the sense of there's always community, but people want to feel as though they're part of something. Community comes in different ways. It can come in the form of in-person events. So your favorite creators putting on events. It can come in the form of just people being online relating to something in one community. In the form of broadcast channels where some of the social media gurus are predicting we'll see more broadcast channels and people talking to their subscribers in the broadcast channels, and it being a two-way street where not only are you broadcasting, but your community is also talking to you as well in the channel. What I'm taking from so much emphasis on community is creating very much content that other people can see themselves in and that lights other people up and that other people can relate to in a way that feels authentic and genuine to me. Okay, I hope this helps. I gave you 3: community, engaging content, very creative. Yeah, so as y'all are planning for 2025, as we're thinking about this TikTok ban, I hope you use this as a chance to explore what you haven't explored yet. I hope you use this as a chance to figure out what brings you joy to create about. Well, let's talk about the TikTok ban really quickly. At first, I was really panicky about it, but I watched a couple videos, I sat down, and I really thought about it. And I'm moving forward with a growth mindset, knowing that the community I experienced there was mine to experience and not to keep. And it just lets me know that if I did that on one place, I can do it at another place. And as creators, we are flexible. We can go on any app, and there will be apps that come and go. And reminding myself that there was a reason that people gravitated towards my content. And as a human, I'm ever evolving, but my core of love and light is the same. And people will continue to gravitate to that on other platforms. So I'm excited to tap more into YouTube content, to experiment with what feels good, to find my groove in a different way. And I think this will be really good for me and for my mindset and for moving forward. So I'm excited for us. I'm excited for our journey. I hope this inspires you, or this helps you feel better if you're feeling a little bit of pressure about the TikTok ban. And I'm sending you so much love and light, and keep shining. Okay, I'll see y'all next week.